Bonjour mon ami. We're out of Italy after, oh, how long was it? It was 2, 4, almost 2 weeks. I think 12 nights in total, which is, yeah, a bit longer than what I realised, to be honest. But that's all good. That's no worries whatsoever. Yeah, so with that introduction, bonjour mon ami, hello everyone, good morning everyone. We are in France, and we've made our way down to Côte d'Azur, the Azuri coast, which we're in a town, city really, called Nice, spelt like nice. Just in case you don't know it. I hope I'm not mansplaining that. Yeah. So we actually got here yesterday morning, but the hostel was a wee bit weird. They wanted like €5 for luggage. Mixed up between luggage and baggage there. Storage just for a few hours, because I'd gotten there a few hours early, which I thought was a bit shit, so I didn't go along with that. So I just sort of chilled in Subway for a bit, went to the beach, went to a park, back to the beach, then it was time for check-in, so I went and did that. But yeah, so it was a bit of a non-event, and then I slept about 12 hours last night, so yeah, pretty full on really. Pretty full on. Now today the plan is, weirdly, because I just got to Nice, is not to stay in Nice. I'm heading out to Monaco or Monte Carlo, for some of you who are watching Monte Carlo. So yeah, heading out and doing that today, because my original plan was to stay in Monaco and just go to Monaco and not worry about Nice so much. But see, in case you don't know about Monaco, it's fucking expensive, and no matter what you do. So there was no backpackers there. The cheapest Airbnb, which was the cheapest place to stay, was about $200 and something a night, maybe 300. Can't quite remember. Per night, not just a one-off. So a little bit above my pay grade, really. But yeah. So I thought, fuck it, I'll stay in Nice, and I'll just take the train or bus or whatever to Monaco. So that's what I'm doing now. The main reason I wanted to go to Monaco was the F1 track there. It's what started my following the Formula 1, to be honest, was the Monaco track, or the Monaco Grand Prix. I just found it an exciting circuit, and it was actually a game on the original PlayStation called Monaco Grand Prix, where you could create your own person and and it had all the real names and things like that, and it was just really exciting to me. So yeah, but it is very, very pretty in Monaco, so we're going to see a lot of cool stuff today. I'll try and remember to keep you guys along for the ride, but we will see how we go. I have actually got a half decent amount of battery today, so we should be fine on that side of things. But now I've got to try and navigate the train system here and make sure I get on the right train with the right ticket. Well, I've got to find the tickets first, I guess, really. So I need to check my phone still. New city, don't really know where to go or how to get to places. But yeah, today should be a fun day. So we're gonna get on the train and head off to Monaco. See you soon. Bonjour et bienvenue in Monaco. Hello and welcome to Monaco. Good morning and welcome to Monaco. Monte Carlo, if you will. They say only the richest few percent in the world can afford to stay here, or afford to live here, or even stay here, really. And you can tell, like, these boats, these yachts are privately owned, guys. You gotta be doing something right, haven't you? Or a lot wrong, I guess, really, if you want to go down that path, which is a pretty common path to go down when it comes to rich people. Okay, now, yeah, pretty common path to go down. If you're rich, then you must be doing something dodgy down the line there somewhere, and it's usually proven correct, to be fair. But I don't want to, I won't go too far into that. It might not be fair, but we're just gonna meander about for a wee bit until, well, I've only gotten 3G coverage here so far, which means my Google Maps is not working. I can't bring up the path that I was going to take while I was here walking about. So I'm just going to wander about aimlessly until that can start working again, and then hope to buggery that I can actually do that. I'm also going to try and follow the F1 track around for a lap. Whether or not I'll be able to do that, I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to try. Because why wouldn't you try? It's going up to another high point here of the Bay of Monaco, I guess. Monaco Harbour. I'm not sure what you call it actually, or I can't think of the right word. Riviera, maybe. But we will go down on the water pretty shortly. I am just sort of orientating myself at the same time. Oh, and we'll need to go to Monte Carlo Casino, because that's a little bit lush. Yeah, which is the least you can say about Monaco, really, is that it's a little bit lush. Now, I'm not sure why we can't get over this side, but there does appear to be a locked gate. I'm just going to check if the gate is actually locked. So I've been recording for this long because I wanted to show you the view from up here. And it is locked. That's a shame. I'll try anyway. There we go. Alright, let's get moving. So I found the world famous Monte Carlo Casino. It's known as one of the most expensive to go to and to play the tables at, which is no surprise considering Monaco in general. Really, it was also in movies such as GoldenEye, Ocean's 12, things like that were actually shot here. Not just used as a setting, but they were actually shot here, which is kind of cool as well. You can see it goes all down there, down to the restaurant and things like that as well. Obviously it's not open because it's, well, just after 10 o'clock in the morning. And because it is exclusive, it can be open whenever the fuck it wants. It does not have to be open 24 hours like a lot of casinos do. But yeah, lots of gardens around Monaco. It is really quite pretty. Now, the reason that there are a lot of people registered here is that there's technically no tax, and that's part of the reason why everything else is so expensive. because they don't have to pay tax on it. They do what they want with it, I guess. And they believe that people have more money because they're not paying the tax that a lot of cities need to. We can look out there again. That's quite cool. Multicolour mosaic. And now we're going to get our first look on the other side of Monaco. Again, Monaco is part of the French Riviera with Nice, but it is a little bit different to Nice as well. It's only about 20 minutes by train, if that. 20 to 25 minutes on by train, I think is how long it took me. And there's the other side of the other end of Monaco, if you will. Now we have seen that end, but it does go a little bit around the other side of that one. We will check that out a little bit later, I believe. But yeah, until then we're just wandering around. We do have a beach to go to up there, which is Lagotto, which I think I can see now. And then we're going to head back in to the F1 circuit. I was able to find some Wi-Fi, which means I was able to get on and see my maps and sort of make that walking path offline. So yay for me, I guess. But yeah, we'll be able to pop around and do our thing. Now I'm pretty sure officially the casino, which you can see from here is even more majestic from this angle, was either B or C on my list, and it starts before A. So before A is the Lagotto beach that I just said, so we're going to head in that direction and head up there. So I think this was either third or fourth on my list. I think third. So but yeah, we're going to head away, do our thing, and then come back. Yeah, not to rave on and rant on about the Formula 1 track, but this is one of the most famous turns in Formula 1 history on the Monaco track. You come screaming downhill on there, they have to slam on the brakes to get around this extremely tight hairpin and get out the other side. And there's a small straight, another right-hander leading on to the bigger straight, and then another right-hander leading on to the big long back straight, I guess, like a better term, which takes you right around the actual Riviera itself, or the marina. That was the word I was looking for earlier, marina. But yes, it takes you right back around to the marina itself, and we may take that trip on our way back and scooch around and then come back this way after we get to the Playa de Lavato, which I'm pretty sure is the name of the beach that we're going to. Yeah, wow, it's kind of surreal to be here at this turn, because they get super tight around here and it can get quite scary as they're coming down that small hill there to come around through this turn. Like I said, it's right-hander at the bottom and then a straight, which takes you through back around over there, which another right-hander follows to to take you back to the marina and back around that way. Oh man, this is actually exciting for me. Sorry guys, but it really is. Like I said, Monaco is what kickstarted my enjoyment of Formula 1. And it's so exciting to be here. It is the reason I wanted to come to Monaco, was to be able to walk this track. So it is amazing for me to actually do it. Yeah, over the moon, as you can tell. I am pretty happy about it. And I've been very monotone throughout this whole thing, but this is something that has really got me going. So they bring down all of this stuff, obviously for the Grand Prix. There's none of these bollards or anything here, just a casual Ferrari bouncing about. Sounds nice too, doesn't it? Now we need to go across that way, so we're off the course for a little bit. I'll be back soon. It's in walk through Playa de Lavato to go back that way. Now found my way to Monte Carlo Hotel and Resort, and just a casual helipad outside the restaurants at the resort. Just casually. I've sort of figured that if I wanted to come back here for even like a week, I feel like I would need to at least bring about 30k, not including not including flights, but that by far would not be the most expensive part. The most expensive part would be actually staying here. And if I stayed here, I would want to stay in one of these places quite close to the beach, which would be quite expensive, as I'm sure you'd be able to understand. I think I found the place where I wanted to walk, but I couldn't figure it out on the way through here. So yeah, we're going to make our way back into the centre of town now. So this was actually the first place. This was 0, whatever comes before A on my list, a dot. And then yeah, I think I need to find some more Wi-Fi again so I can check on what the next point was. If I come around here, that is a dead end. So no, I did not find the way. I'm going to have to walk back around and go back the way that I came and go downstairs. Because as you can see, Plage du Larvoto, Plage du Larvoto, I don't know. Larvoto sounds too Italian to be French, if that makes any sense. I want to say Larvoto. That sounds very Italian, so I'm a little confused. But as you might be able to tell, there's 2 stories to the Larvoto. And I walked across the top bit on my way out here, so now I need to walk down the bottom bit on my way back. Makes sense, right? I think so. Now I just gotta hope that I can actually get out of here, because I did walk through a gated area, but the gate was open, like wide open, and was on my way past it just before, so hopefully that's still open and I should be sweet. If not, I may get in trouble here. Bonjour! I have found my way to something that wasn't on my list, but I was aware of, and was sort of, if I go near it, I'll go into it. And that's the Jardin du Japanese garden. And it is very much themed in a Japanese way. You can see the covered terrace just there. And lots of plants like this, which are quite Japanese. They almost look like large bonsai. But it would be very large bonsai. Because obviously bonsai are only, yeah, you can't see my bottom hand there, but in line with my head, probably about yay big, a lot of them. So, oh, the bridge is closed. Oh well. C'est la vie, what will be, will be. There's another little bridge down here that we'll cross instead. Oh, you even got the car. The carp in the lagoon. Very Japanese with the carp, of course. And that way is blocked off. But yeah, really cool in the hustle and bustle of Monaco. I was saying just before about the hairpin at the Monaco Grand Prix. It's just up around that corner, so that's where I walked down just before. Then you come around this right hander here, and you go into the tunnel there, which takes you around to the marina. So that is absolutely divine for me to be able to walk, and we get to walk through the tunnel. But that is not something I was expecting to be able to do. I thought I would have to go around it, or you know, it'd be one of those drive only sort of things. But there does appear to be some work being done on the tunnel, but we still are able to walk through it, which is fucking cool for me. It is quite a long tunnel. The F1 car is taking a while to get around it, so I'm going to take a fair chunk of time to get around it. And you think water's right there. You know, I do believe we may be above the water now, or there may be water underneath us now. Yeah. Not really many passing opportunities as you go through the tunnel. The whole track actually is quite narrow for an F1 track, so overtaking possibilities aren't exactly in abundance. So, but yeah, this is so cool. I can't even see the road anymore because of the works. I'm just walking in. But just to know that F1 cars come screaming around here at, you know, such high speeds is a phenomenal thought. Short clip, had to include it because fuck me. Boats are massive, scenery is beautiful. Remember, if you stay in Monaco, everything is quite expensive. But I'm staying in Nice, which is, like I said, it's about the 20 to 25 minute train ride away. And it's not too expensive there. Well, I can't say that it's cheap. Yeah, I can't say that it's cheap there, but I can say that it's not overly expensive. I've still got to walk around over to that point in a bit, because they do have the Oceanographic Museum there. Got some very old fortresses by the look of it and stuff like that, so I do need to head around there. I am heading back onto the F1 track momentarily, but yeah, I just need to show you the size of the boats, and not to mention just the look of that. It's just phenomenal, isn't it? It's one of those things that really gets me in a good way, in a very good way. So once the F cars have come out of that tunnel, they've come down that hill a wee bit, they come around this turn here behind me over my right shoulder, and then it's a very fast, easy left turn around the marina here at Monaco. And they get up to insane speeds, obviously, because they are F1 cars as they come around here, because it is, for them, quite an easy left turn. And you can imagine all of that side there with grandstands and stuff, full of cheering fans. See the F1 cars come screaming around these corners. It's kind of nuts. I did forget to mention that back there was a chicane before coming onto here, and I do believe there's another one just up here, which has been known to cause some drivers a fair bit of trouble coming into. Yes, there's a chicane just here. I'm not imagining things, I'm doing alright, surprisingly. So you can tell I've just turned, as do the cars on race day.
Yes, democratic and I mean acceptable to yes.
There's not a big chicane for them, they still come through at relatively decent speed. But then there's a big chicane, kind of, which they do need to slow down for, I believe so. It might be about the same, I can't quite remember. But once again, it is so goddamn cool that I'm here and able to walk the track where so many people have raced F1 cars. And again, like F1 cars are just ridiculously quick. Definitely my favourite form of racing. I grew up on the V8 supercars in Australia, and then I've made my way now to F1, I guess. And there's the swimming stadium just to my right as well. Yeah, so that chicane wasn't as big as I thought. Maybe they just go straight through as well. I'm not 100% on my memory of this. I think they just go straight through actually, now that I think of it. And there's a bunch of temporary fencing up there. You can see the road goes around. I was thinking that's why I thought that was the game, but I do believe now they just go straight on through that round and back up the main street that's just off the marina. So I'm going to keep walking that, and I'll get back to you shortly. Bonjour. I've made it out to kind of the, well, they say it's the viewpoint of Monaco. There's another one going around which is on the mainland, so I'm out on the jetty, I don't know what you call it, on the other edge of the marina, and it does give you quite a good view of Monaco, doesn't it? And then on the other side, what's that? Just a wee bit tasty in it. Very tasty. So I think it's kind of needless to say I've fallen in love with Monaco, but I will not be able to afford to come here anytime soon and actually spend some time here. So it's not on the list purely for that reason alone, because if I was to come here I would want to bring a shit ton of money that I do not have. And yeah, that's it basically. I would want to come here again, but to do any of the shit that I'd want to do I'd need to earn a fortune, so for that reason it's not on the list, unless I somehow win lotto, then I'll come. But here's the problem with that: to win lotto I would need to actually buy a ticket, which I've never done in my life. Never bought a ticket for the lotto. So yeah, I may start, but who knows. I've got more important stuff to spend my money on than basically what is gambling, with a very low percentage of actually winning. So, but it's a possibility, who knows. I change my mind every couple of seconds anyway on different shit. But yeah, kind of just needed to show you that. You can see the fortresses just up there. I think I'm going up there next, because the Oceanographic Museum is just on the other side. The Palais de Monaco is on the other side there as well. So I think we're going to go up around and do that, and then probably come back down to continue the F1 track. I have broken up the F1 track kind of on purpose, kind of because I've been getting distracted, because you don't really want to see me just follow around an F1 track for a whole video, and I think this video is going to be long enough as it is. Maybe not my longest, but it'll be long, most likely anyway. So I've learned the name of this fort. I've just walked through the Theatre of Fort Antoine. So yeah, it's called the Theatre of Fort Antoine. And I can't even look up the history of this fort for you to tell you anything at all about it, because apparently Monaco doesn't believe in 4G and my data is just not working whatsoever. But it is quite a cool spot at the edge of the peninsula here. Whew. And apparently I've used about half my battery so far for the day. So just give you this quick view of the ocean while we're here. and I'll catch you later. I've made it up to the palace of Monaco, but I just wanted to show you this view here. Now that building there, the place where you see those arches, that's the Stade de Louis. That's where AS Monaco, that's their home ground. That's where they play. The home ground. It's kind of cool. You've got a pool on a rooftop here, up there in the mountains. And I guess now that I've said that I'm at the palace, I should probably show you the palace itself. Palais de Monaco. And I'm just going to see how much it costs to get in there. Because as I've told you guys quite a bit. Oh, guard doing his walk. Control. I guess it's just that. Very strict. Very strict indeed. And we've got a casual one walking down there. Maybe not on duty. I'm guessing not on duty. And they've got a line-up of old military vehicles here, all of them from the US. But all apparently legal to drive here in Monaco. A fair few of them have got Monaco plates on them, which would be interesting. Not sure what. I'm guessing World War II are these, because France, World War II, America, kind of makes sense. But yeah, better view of the palace there. I'm just going to walk around and I'll check out. Actually no, I'll go and check out now how much it costs. So at the end of the marina they come around. It's going to hit back to the F1 track, by the way. They come around this corner here, they come up here, and they go around this island onto the start-finish straight, which we're going to walk up now. And that would complete our lap, but we haven't completed our lap because our lap kind of started with that hairpin, didn't it? So we're going to bounce back, we get our full lap. We are going to do the full lap, we are going to go to the hairpin and walk around the hairpin instead of each part of it. I think we'll see. But I'm on my way to do that now. But yeah, start finish straight here of the Monaco Grand Prix. How fucking cool is that? Another fun weird thing is that I'm currently standing on the start finish line of the Monaco Grand Prix. That's a cool feeling. That is the start finish line, and if I come around here and you look back, you can see where the cars line up, marked by the yellow lines there. That is the grid for the Monaco Grand Prix, which is hella exciting. You can imagine just 20 Formula 1 cars lining up there to begin the Monaco Grand Prix round. Yeah, that's hella cool. F1 track update. So after they come around the start finish straight, which is really a curve, they take this right hander here and then they come up this hill. They take a left hander at the end of this hill. It's a wee bit of a windy bit. And this uphill here is one of the major overtaking points of the circuit. I do believe it's the main DRS zone. And the second one is along that back straight by the tunnel, I believe. I'm not sure, but I know that I'm fairly certain this is the main DRS zone going uphill, which is obviously quite strange, but definitely gives us a kick with the DRS. And we'll keep going around. We're not too far from the hairpin, really. It's not the longest track on the Formula 1 calendar, but it is widely known as one of the most difficult and technical and course, probably the most famous on the calendar. I don't think F1 will ever leave Monaco like it does with a number of other tracks. Yeah, again, just purely for the notoriety of the Monaco Grand Prix. I don't think they could, and even if they could, I don't think they would get rid of the Grand Prix here. Yeah, I've just realised personally, I've just realised that I have personally actually done a lap of something, because I am right now back at the point where I started after I got off the train. So from the train it was just get to Monaco, and this is the first point where I started taking pictures, and I think where I took the first video as well. So I've kind of done a lap, but not of the F1 track. So we need to make sure we complete that before we head back to Nice. Very important to me. So we're off to do that. So after it comes up that big hill, you can tell I might be able to tell, I'm sweating a wee bit now. It comes back to where we were a little bit earlier, or right back when we started today, really, I guess. And that's the Casino de Monte Carlo, which is, that's it, just over there. Then we take this slight left-hander just before we get to the casino, and we come rip-roaring up this way just before a right-hander which takes us down to another right-hander which takes us to the hairpin. Yes, the hairpin. Hairpin to end all hairpins, or corners in general, just end all corners when it comes to racing, especially Formula 1. I switched off the camera a little bit too early there, because as we get to the top of that left-hander that we just took, we've got one of the world's most expensive hotels, the Hotel Paris in Monaco, or Hotel Paris in Monaco. You can see it to my right here, Porsche, Ferrari, and a Rolls there as well. Aston Martin over there. This is most certainly not the cheap part of town, if there is a cheap part of Monaco. This is certainly not it. There's Jags and all sorts over the other side there, outside the Hotel Paris as well. Supercar or two just for your enjoyment. Yeah, nuts in it. So behind me there is the right-hander they take into the straight, which begins to take us on the descent down into the hairpin. I know these clips are so uninteresting to a lot of people, but man, they are tickling my fancy, I'll say that much. I love it. Now at the end of that straight, just after the casino we just went by, you come around this right-hander here, and it's really interesting. You can sort of, they give you little hints as to where the track is, because you can see the red and white lines coming around that right-hander. And do you know what comes straight after that right-hander? And here you can really see how tight this is. It's the hairpin. Like I said, you can really see how tight that hairpin is. And you imagine these guys are trying to come around here as fast as they can. And again, it gives you the hints with the red and white stripes to come down here. Now I'm just going to keep the camera on as I walk down here, because this is such an amazing experience for me personally. Again, you guys might be getting really bored of the fact that I'm walking around an F1 track. You remember, this is a track that cars are on day in, day out. So imagine how much trouble this causes the people of Monaco when the race is on, or the week leading up to the race, or just that whole time period, really, because you know, half of the streets that get shut off, you know, they wouldn't be able to do half the things that they normally do. The businesses, might have some issues, or they might really embrace it. Take the tourism that they get from such a week or weekend, and then it's down there. We went down earlier. Yeah, you guys didn't see that video, but you take that right hander and another right hander, and then you're up through the tunnel from that point. But yeah, that's made my trip to Monaco 100%. Even just the hairpin alone is super cool to get around, but to be able to walk around the entire track has been really cool. So I've been in Monaco about 5 hours now. I'm about to head back home to Nice, but I do have to say it would be very, very easy, and I would love to do it, to spend a lot more time in Monaco. Obviously didn't go in the casino, didn't go in the palace, didn't go in the Oceanographic Museum. I didn't head down to Stade Louis, but I don't really have the resources to do that at this point. But that's okay. It's one of those things. Can't win them all. So yeah, I mean, architecture is fantastic. The landscape is phenomenal. The views out over the water are great. I could potentially go up one of the hills, but no. Not quite feeling that adventurous. Apparently it'll only take me an hour and a half to get up there, but I'm not really feeling it, to be honest. And I've got my thing that is giving me some of a rash underneath my arm there, because my arm is hitting the seam of it, I guess. So that's annoying as hell as well, adding to the fact of me not wanting to do certain things. Like climb up a fucking hill, a mountain. Don't know which one it really is. But yeah, I'm heading back to Nice now. Football starts in about 45 minutes. Oh well, that's the other thing. I did not charge my vape last night, so it's just run out of battery on, which makes things just that way even more difficult again. Not a big issue, but I like having my hands busy, so yeah, there's that. Yeah, so back to the train station, head back to Nice, relax for the afternoon, maybe go to the beach, but see how I feel. So I want to go back to Nice. We've got food and stuff there, food and pick up something else to drink. So it's been a relatively cheap day as well. It only cost me €8.40 for a return ticket to Monaco, which I was quite stoked about as well. And I've only had that and a couple of drinks today, so it does seem like I'm quite under budget, and I think I'm at the train station now. So I've done all right here. I just need to double check that I am at the right spot. And cool. That's a cool wee view, isn't it? Sorry, I've just noticed that as I was speaking to you, so I've turned around and look at that. Over there's the Palace District. That's where the palace is. Obviously the marina down there. But yeah, quite a cool spot that.